And see, shame is a deceptive thing. Because shame at first tells you that you need to be better and to do better. And that's not always a bad thing. But when you attempt to do better or to be better, shame then tells you, not enough. Not good enough. Not enough. And shame is always telling you that you're not good enough, and eventually you come to believe that you'll never be good enough. So look what Adam and Eve did. They made themselves clothes out of fig leaves. Literally, they made aprons. That's what Scripture tells us here. They made aprons. Let's talk about aprons for a minute. Aprons, they serve a purpose, but it's not to wear out and about, right? You ever been in the hospital and you wore a hospital gown? You're clothed, but you don't really feel clothed. It's kind of what I imagine these aprons of fig leaves did. And I don't know about you, but I enjoy clothes that are made out of cotton, something soft. I don't often wear fig leaves. I can't imagine that would be comfortable at all. From what I understand about fig leaves, and again, I tell you, I've never worn them, so this is just from what I read, fig leaves are kind of coarse. And that when they crack or they're torn, they have a little bit of a sap or a gel inside of them. So these aprons, they would have been rough and they would have been sticky. They would not have been comfortable. But Adam and Eve knew that they needed something. So they made something. And you see what this is? This is an excellent picture of the things that we attempt to do to cover our shame. We construct something. We cover ourselves with something, whether it's a poorly crafted lie or it's denial. We attempt to do something to cover our embarrassment, our shame, and it doesn't work. That's what Adam and Eve have done. We know that it doesn't work because when God comes calling, they hide. And when God says, "Where were you?" Adam says, "I hid because I was naked and I was ashamed." Now, he wasn't literally naked because he was wearing this fig leaf apron, but he still felt extremely, extremely exposed. And every one of us, there have been things that we've tried to cover our shame. But when we come into God's presence, we feel extremely exposed.